Imagine this. In your hands, you're holding not a bank card, not a pile of cash, but an ancient scroll. On it, there are no words about interest rates, stocks, or crypto, only short phrases about how to remain free when life storms around you. These lines were written by men who endured wars, epidemics, political turmoil, and personal crises. They were called Stoics. And truth be told, they knew more about financial freedom than we usually assume. Because for them, money was not the goal, it was the tool. Not a source of anxiety, but the language of choice. And the calmer you speak that language, the less you're controlled by headlines, trends, and other people's expectations. Let me be clear. In this video, there will be no promises of easy money. What you'll hear are clear ideas and very practical exercises you can apply tonight without spending, risk, or mysticism. Midway through, I'll share Seneca's daily self-check technique for discipline. And toward the end, you'll get a simple Stoics for Tomorrow exercise that helps you make confident financial decisions even when the news is screaming. Stay until the end. This is an important conversation. And if you feel you need a stronger inner anchor, support the channel. Hit the like button right now, subscribe, and write in the comments your #1 financial goal for this year. That tiny action builds surprising accountability. It's been proven by thousands of people. When we say financial freedom, most people picture a house by the ocean, travel without limits, and a car that speaks for your status. A Stoic would smile and ask, and if tomorrow it all vanished, who would you be? For a Stoic, freedom was not the absence of bills, but the absence of inner dependence. The wind may shift, markets may rise or fall, plans may collapse, but you can always adjust your sails. The first Stoic principle is a formula: divide everything into mine and not mine. Not mine includes exchange rates, central bank decisions, other people's opinions, and chance. Mine is my attention, my effort, my habits, my choices. This simple division already makes you stronger because it brings you back to the point where you can act. Picture the sea. You cannot command the wind, but you can control the sails, the keel, and the harbor you choose. You can ride out the storm or shorten the sail to protect the mast. Finance is the same ocean. You don't control inflation cycles, but you can control your spending structure. You don't set mortgage rates, but you can discuss refinancing or avoid unnecessary debt. You don't dictate the market mood, but you can manage risk, diversification, and time horizon. The secret is that your internal locus is always stronger than it seems. If you build it daily, the waves outside stop looking like tsunamis. I once heard the story of a young man who joined a major company right before a crisis. In his first year, he saw layoffs, frozen projects, and entire departments shut down. Instead of panicking, he did two things: cut his budget down to essentials and doubled down on skills. Every morning, 30 minutes of study in his field. Every month, one new skill. Every quarter, a project he could show. When the market recovered, he wasn't just an employee, he was a professional with a portfolio, clarity, and inner grounding. His income grew, not from fear, but from strength. That is the Stoic path, doing what is within your power while everyone else fears the ocean. The second Stoic principle sounds strikingly modern: live simpler than you can afford. Seneca was wealthy, yet he regularly practiced poverty days. He put on coarse clothes, ate the cheapest food, and asked, "Is this what I feared?" The answer was always no. This voluntary discomfort erased fear and trained freedom. Today, you can practice this gently and practically. Try a week without impulse shopping. Spend 7 days eating only basic food. Turn off the shop window and turn on the observer. What emotions shift when you don't chase rewards? At the end of the week, ask Seneca's question, was this really so scary? Most likely, you'll feel lighter. Here's a useful metaphor. Each of us has 2 wallets, external and internal. The external is the money you hold in your hands. The internal is skills, character, health, relationships, and reputation. The external wallet shrinks with every purchase. The internal wallet can grow infinitely. Every book you read, every honest conversation, every workout, every promise kept adds to it. And here's the paradox. When you deliberately fill the internal wallet, the external begins to grow as well, not through frantic chasing, but naturally, because your value trajectory becomes clear and visible to the world. The third Stoic principle is freedom from the fear of poverty. This doesn't mean romanticizing poverty or ignoring common sense. It's about something else. Fear is a bad advisor. Fear makes us vulnerable to manipulation, drives us into debt on emotion, forces us into compromises that don't lead to freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man needs only what is necessary. Excess is chains." When you stop fearing simplicity, you gain the courage to choose. You can reject status that brings no joy. You can accept temporarily simpler conditions for long-term strength. You can say no to a race with no real finish line. To create this calm, you need practice. Every evening, Seneca asked himself 3 questions. What did I do right today? Where did I fail? What will I improve tomorrow? Now apply this to money. Each evening, take a page and honestly write, what expense today was unnecessary and why? What decision was strong? What will I do tomorrow to be 1% closer to my goal? 3 minutes and you have a mirror. It doesn't scold or flatter, it shows reality. After a week, you'll notice fewer impulsive buys and more clarity. After a month, an autopilot kicks in. Your hand stops reaching for easy rewards, your mind starts searching for stable solutions. Let's add another practice, the financial self-care journal. Many people tie money to shame, like, I overspent again, I failed to save again. The Stoic stance is different. A good captain doesn't scold the storm, he adjusts the course. Every time you make a small step toward order, cooking instead of ordering delivery, setting aside 10% right after income, rereading a contract before signing, write it down. Just a couple of lines. Today I did this and I felt much more secure. This softer language of self-care reshapes psychology. Instead of I'm bad with money, it becomes I'm a person learning and growing. And when your story about yourself changes, so do your decisions. Here's a story. A young couple was saving for their first home down payment. They had average salaries, rented a small apartment, and felt it was impossible to save. They introduced the 3 levels rule. Level 1, minimum expenses for survival. Level 2, moderate comfort with a few small joys. Level 3, bonus spending allowed only if income and savings exceeded plan. Every week they honestly marked which level they were on. They discovered most of level 3 was just habit, a reward for being tired. They swapped those rewards for nearly free pleasures, walks, home movies, picnics. In 10 months, they had both a safety cushion and the down payment. They weren't competing in status, they were steering their sails. We often think money is about math, but in the long run, it's about philosophy, about the story we tell ourselves about enough, success, status, and dignity. Stoicism offers a simple story. I focus on what's in my power. I don't chase the unnecessary. I don't fear simplicity. I act. And that story reshapes decisions. When you say, I choose, your hand reaches less for the credit card just because it's on sale. When you say, I don't fear simplicity, repeating boring actions like cooking at home, comparing prices, reading contracts, feels natural. When you say, I act, steady discipline replaces emotional swings.
Here's the Stoics for tomorrow practice. Before bed, open a note and write 4 lines. 1. Tomorrow in my power. 3 points. Calls I'll make, payments I'll check, tasks I'll complete. 2. Tomorrow outside my power. Things I'll accept as given, markets, news, others' reactions. 3. My minimum step, the tiniest action I will absolutely do. 4. How I'll support myself, a ritual of care, a walk, breathing, early sleep. It takes 2 or 3 minutes, but in the morning it gives clarity stronger than coffee. You step into the day not with anxiety, what if, but with grounding. Whatever happens, this I will do. We can't remove risk from life, but we can stop multiplying it with our own panic. The Stoic stance is not cold detachment, it's warm firmness. It's the confidence of a captain who respects the sea, yet never surrenders the wheel. So next time you see a headline screaming the market is crashing, ask yourself, what is in my power right now? Maybe the answer will be small. Set a reminder for bills, recalculate the eating out category, cancel an unused subscription. These little moves build armor out of habits, armor stronger than any loud promises. And here's a key point. Stoicism doesn't cancel strategic thinking, it cleans it. It doesn't forbid dreaming of higher income. It strips away noise so you can build your path without panic or self-deception. If your goal is a new career, frame it. What will I learn this month? What project will I show? Whom will I connect with? If your goal is a safety fund, define what amount is enough. What percentage will I set aside? What habit will I introduce to make it automatic? The Stoics valued rituals. Regularity makes what seems hard simple, what seems scary familiar, and what's familiar easy. Finally, the simple exercise I promised. Take a page and draw 2 columns. On the left, within my power. On the right, outside my power. On the left, put track expenses, review desires, find ways to grow my work's value, set aside 10% right after income, do 1 honest weekly review. On the right, inflation, exchange rates, global news, others' expectations, random breakdowns. Hang this page somewhere visible. Each time anxiety rises, shift your eyes to the left column and take 1 action. 1 small step. That's the wheel in your hands. If this video was valuable for you, support the channel. Hit like, subscribe, and comment. Which principle will you start applying today? Mine, not mine? Simple living? Seneca's nightly 3? Or Stoics for tomorrow? I read every comment, and your stories are what help me create the next videos sharper and better. And let's make a deal. If this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll make a continuation specifically on how to embed these principles into career and income planning with weekly exercises and tracking templates. And here's one last reminder. Your freedom begins not with the number in your account, but with the relationship you build with yourself. When you stop scolding yourself and start acting, when you choose simplicity over show, when you learn to separate mine from not mine, money becomes a partner, not a master. Yes, the path isn't instant, but it's honest, calm, and dignified. And anything built on dignity lasts. See you in the next video. And remember, the sea may storm, but the captain at the wheel is you.